Hello everyone, this is Darker Joe, and today I'm going to be doing my account review for August. Yeah, I'm going to do a little bit different though. I'm not going to go down because I have everything sorted by combat power. I'm not going to go down by combat power like I normally did. Well, I probably should. Well, no, because I'm going to do it by typing. That way, if there's a specific unit you wanted to see my unit of, you can just like skip back and forth towards the class type. That way, like if you, let's say you just really want to see my knights or my mages, right? You go to the mages section type of thing, and I'll be able to go like maybe when I post my video, I'll put like timestamps for like, hey, oh, this is where all my knights, this is all my mages, so you can see them. And also I could be able to run down like, hey, is this someone I want to play type of thing, right? So we'll go to the best class in the game, Warriors. Alright, so going down the Warrior section. Straze, straightforward. I kind of lowered his speed a bit. And I used to have him on Torrent set, but I think I had him on Torrent set, but I got rid of it now. He's really just there for like Guild Wars and Arena. He still does his job. So I don't need him to be faster than this. I don't use him for RTA. Shaltir. I love my Shaltir. 282 speed. Very, very, I want to make her faster at some point, but you know what? I didn't want to make her so fast that she loses all her damage. So this is a pretty nice balance. She's decent damage, like she's pretty good damage with really good speed. So yeah. Well, how much attack do you get off of this one? Oh, okay, so this is normal. Chloe. So yeah, my Chloe 261 speed on destruction set. I love the fact that I actually really like her how her stats looks though. Her attack isn't the craziest, but it's still decent damage because her S3 is a 1.7 on her base S3, but if you soul burn it, it's a 3.0. So yeah, if I have 20 souls with her, which I usually don't build souls with her. I don't usually draft soul book holder with her, but if I get a chance to, she will kill stuff. So, and with actually some bulk too, which is why I'm really happy about it too. Lilibet, my damage Lilibet, 215 speed, 41, 42, 290. If anyone has seen my other videos I did recently, the Frida video and the Ilna video, I probably hovered her a little bit. Still, obviously, my favorite unit. I use her a lot. I use damage a little bit. I use this one a lot in Guild Wars. As far as RTA, I'll pull this one out every once in a while. As you can see, yes, I have 3 Lilibets. Anyone who has not seen my other account review videos, yes, I have 3 Lilibets. I have a damage one, a speed one, and a bruiser one. This one's my speed. She was 270, but I kind of slowed her down a little bit to make Millum and Shaltir faster. I do want to make her back up to 260 at some point, though, and give her a bit more damage. So yeah, but she's still 256 speed. She's still pretty decent speed. So then my Bruiser a little bit. I love this little bit. I use her sometimes in RTA. Usually, if I'm playing her in RTA, it might be because of Bruiser, but yeah. And she's got my Victoria flag. My Bruiser Euphine. Not the greatest speed, but pretty decent damage with some okay bulk with a Draco plate. Yeah. I need to use her more often actually. I don't really use her actually. I don't think I've used her like at all in RTA. I used her once in like mock battles, but Clarissa 4700 attack, 270 crit damage. Zahak, it's got the 10k, 1k bulk on here. Pretty decent attack. Okay, not really great, not really good crazy crit damage, but honestly, you're using him specifically to kill squishy units like Aiden anyways, so you don't need him to be crazy damage. I guess maybe they would pick an Arrowwell with it, and yeah, but I think you still kill Arrowwell. I think you still kill through Arrowwell protection. My Little Queen Charlotte, 3771. Yeah. I'm gonna try to run through this a bit faster though. But yeah, this is my like full on like a bit heavier crit damage. I don't build the really fast ER builds or the really fast tanky builds. I just go for the crit damage build. Not the craziest bulk though, but Dilibet. So yeah, Dilibet. I love using her when I can, but she definitely needs a buff now that they but they really screwed her over by introducing a lot of counters to her. So yeah, but she's still one of my favorite units. Obviously, Lilibet is, so she's automatically up there. Jacko, my Bruiser Jacko, 35, 44, 185, 263. Pretty good bulk on her too. She's got rage set and pen set with portrait, so she's still gonna kill things for sure. Maybe not tanky units, but yeah. This is a PB unit though, so I'm not really gonna count. I'm not running through it. My Assassin Cartuja, 251 speed with some pretty good effectiveness. Guide to Decision too, so that if you try to AoE me, I'll push up even more because I have the one that pushes up everyone when you're hit by when you evade. So plus I think he naturally pushes himself up when he evades anyways. Yeah, he pushes up by 15. So you AoE me and you miss, so I keep and I get the full benefit of a Guide to Decision. I'll push it by 31%, and with this speed I probably cut units. So yeah, Lionheart Sirmia, which honestly you can't really play her much at all now, right? Because of the amount of counters going on with her. However, she actually would pretty good with Ilanov now. So with the new ML Ilanov, she might come back a bit if you can, ban and avoid Alvira and Politis. Then she'd be pretty good because no unit's gonna be able to one shot her with Ilanov on your team, and she gets. And so she's off a 30% ER, right? Her passive gives her ER buff, and then she'll get abdominal, so she'll get an extra 30% ER. So you're looking at like what 110 ER without any subs into it. It's pretty good. Rimuru, I had him a bit more damage and bulkier. I kind of nerfed him. I do want to rebuild him. He's actually on my list of units I want to rebuild at some point. I don't know if I want to make him really fast, high damage dealing ones, or like a surprise 250 speed Rimuru one shots your unit. Or make them really bulky, or I don't know yet. Luna, pretty solid. I think counter pen, pretty good bulk. Not the greatest attack, but it's enough, especially with her giving her 30% attack off of her passive. I better not stay on this too long, otherwise YouTube might. Actually, I'm not monetized right now, anyways, but YouTube might flag me for that. Abigail, she has my Proof of Valor. 208 speed, pretty solid, really good bulk. Pretty good defense, pretty okay attack, health. I mean, I need to use her more, though. Honestly, my Hufine, I love my Hufine. I use her a lot. She's a very good unit. She's pretty good into Luna. She definitely counters Politis. Very, very good. I always would say she's one of the most underrated units right now. People do not give her credit that she needs. I mean, because they're like, well, she doesn't do anything. Well, are you building her fast? Are you building her damage? Because I don't really build her damage, but I do build her with high attack so that when she does burn units, it does damage. But, like, I have her really fast with some bulk. Enough to not get killed type of thing, and then I with some decent attacks so that if she's by herself she could still potentially kill stuff. I've killed Cleve by herself. She killed Cleve by herself before. Arunka, she's got my tooth, lifesteal, pretty good bulk. Not the greatest attack for her, but I don't actually really use her though. Laya, usual Laya, 1500 defense. With her artifact is 31.4, I think, KHP with 238 speed. So she's not the fast build, but she's the really high HP one. Great Chief Kawana, I recently built up. I don't know. She's semi bulky. She's got pretty good crit damage. She's got not crazy attack, but she's all about stacking attack and stuff. Meteor Cowrick, I thought about building him on the damage build. After I've seen all these people pull on damage hand guy, I kind of want to build him damage now. But this is what I have for now for him. Alencia, the old same old. I haven't used her much. I'll draft her every once in a while though, because she's still a very strong injury unit. Fire Ken, I have Fire Ken on a really high health, pretty good bulk Draco plate. I wanted to make him faster, and crit damage I guess is made up from this though, so that's fine. But if I can make him faster, that'd be great. Am I using health? Yeah, that's why. I mean, I could do this and then swap one of these over to speed. Do I need crit on here? I think I need crit damage on this one in health. I mean, I could use some. Well, actually, that's not that crazy of a speed increase, but you know, solid health. Yeah. Anyways, yeah, that's Cartuja. Yeah. I think he's fun though. I should draft him more in mocks though. He's a lot of fun. Very annoying to kill though because he gets so much CR push. Yeah, so especially with Durandal, yeah, Durandal plus his passive, he gets so much CR push. My Wukong, which I obviously use for Rift, but I also use him. I made him extra bulky so I can pull him out in RTA sometimes. Not the craziest attack, but he stacks anyways. He's a attacking unit, so really bulky though too. I think Ilnaf plus Wukong could be really fun. Yeah, I don't really use a Ravi. I want to rebuild her at some point, so it's pretty. So right now it's kind of bad. I recently rebuilt Shu. I wanted to try out the insanely bulky Shu. With the defense is pretty low on here, but I remember someone having something I can get rid of for defense. I think it was one of the. I think it was yeah. Okay, so this one I can drop the attack on here. This is a really bad this is a really bad necklace, by the way. I could drop the 10% attack for flat defense and get some more defense off that way. And then I think I was gonna this one. I think I was gonna drop the 17% attack and give her defense percent. So I think I can put her at, maybe I can get her at like 1350 or so defense, maybe close to 1400 defense, and then I'll be really happy with her. She'd be really slow though, but she's all about like she still has counter sets. So Fire Ravi. I really like my Fire Ravi. Solid pretty decent crit damage. Not the slowest speed. I mean, it's slow, but Ravis are generally like 160 to 180 speed anyway, so she's never gonna be that fast. So 160 is kind of average for her. Really high defense and really high health, obviously, and then even with 2500 attack too. So yeah, I need to use her more often actually, and I can still get like 9% more defense too. I need to draft her more because she is insane. Edward, really high crit damage, some attack type of thing, especially with stacking like that. He's basically like he's gonna surprise people how much damage he's gonna do. And pen set, so that's gonna do a lot of damage. Melanie, yeah. I don't draft her much. I should draft her more in mocks if I play in more mocks, but yeah. Kawazu. I haven't used Kawazu in a while. Oh, I have a second Shalltier here. Because I pulled so many Shalltiers when I was trying to go for the other one, so I have a second one right here. I'm kind of working on like a Berger Shalltier at some point. As you can see, she's not mold and she's not fully awakened though. But yeah, this is someone I'm thinking about trying. I just didn't want to invest that much more resources on it unless I was happy with the gear. Hoyang, I have a counter Hoyang on El's Fist, so that she gets crazy attack. You get her low health, she's gonna get crazy attack and decent speed. Well, she's not fast, but I mean 186 speed isn't bad for a counter set on Hoyang, so that's pretty good actually. Really bulky, yeah. So I haven't really used her much though too. GP, yeah, protection set GP. I don't really use you. LCB, yeah. Same old 1500 defense, 17.4 HP, okay attack, okay crit damage, pen set lifesteal with Sigurd set, so she's you get a low health, she'll just heal back up to full in one hit easily. That's why if you see me ever use her, like she can go from like low health to like basically full health pretty easily, much easier than most people. Purgus, high crit damage, okay health I think, not really, but MLCan, MLCan. So yeah, and these units are not fully upgraded. They have some of these units have gear. Oh, and if anyone's wondering what my rank is, I'm gonna do this before I continue. I'm gonna try to speed through the other ones a bit more though. Warriors, I just have a lot. This was a mock battle. I did mock battles yesterday, so that's why you see this team here. But like, yeah, this is my rank though. Damn, I keep going up and quickly, man. That rank, I was at like 2,500 not that long ago. But yeah, 2,784. So I'm pretty solid in champion. I definitely say mid to high champion with an okay win rate. Not okay win rate. Well, positive win rate, I should say. So I did go on a losing streak though. But guess what unit got me out of a losing streak? Yes, it's Milim. Milim got me out of my losing streak. Did I use Milim all the games? No. Okay, that one was a weird one. LCB, and then that one was okay. All right. So back to this. I'll try to speed through it because that 16 minutes just for the Warriors. Woo. But I mean, I have like a lot of Warriors built. Knights, I don't really have a lot of like Knights though, right? So I'm gonna speed through this one. Hilong, Arowell. I have almost done one the last time I even used her actually. But like, yeah, there she is. Tywin. I use Tywin sometimes, especially if they're using Arowell or anyone else like that. Tywin's actually pretty nice. 241 speed gives your team defense buff and def breaks the opponent on the same skill. It's pretty nice. Really nice bulk on it too. Honestly, I could probably give Ilnov this gear once if I do switch over to a full bulk Ilnov, right? I mean, probably only 220-ish speed on Ilnov, but you know, Senya. I don't really use Senya that much, but like it's some effectiveness, but like it's basically really bulky Senya. Crozet, 177 ER. I have him with this though, so he'll get even more ER and defense as his health drops. So he gets squishier and squishier. You know, he gets lower health. He gets even tankier with ER. Last Rider Crow, 156 ER, 200 speed. Pretty solid bulk. I've always been really happy with his build though. That's why you probably see me use him a lot in my videos for sure. Rose, I used to use Rose all the time last season. I don't really pick Rose as much now mainly because Celine got buffed though. It's way harder for me to pull off Rose now because Celine's such a strong unit into it that I just been picking Howdy Yuffie instead as my opener CR pushing unit because Howdy Yuffie doesn't care about Celine at all. In fact, Howdy Yuffie likes to fight Celine. So, yeah. Senya, I'm still using the Grace of Growth on her. I do need to upgrade her though. Actually, upgrade her so I can give it to someone else. But like, yeah, this is pretty much what she's gonna look like with Bastion. A Tywin, I built a Tywin because I'm like, well, you know what? If I see someone picking Politis, I'm not gonna let them have Politis and a Tywin and Janua. So I'm gonna steal a Tywin from people. But yeah, okay speed, solid bulk, like really good bulk actually with Arias. Yeah, with some effectiveness. I'm happy about this one too. Ross, I kind of just tossed gear together on that. It's kind of PvE build in a way, but I definitely could buff him up and then make him on RTA. He's a solid unit still. Karina, really high well, I guess that's average defense for Karina. Really high health, some speed, some effectiveness. I don't build the ER one, so because a lot of times you need effectiveness now because everyone's building 100 effect resistance now. So if you want to def break anything, you need some effectiveness now. Carmen, you know, low speed obviously, but really pretty solid ER. What is it's defense? Yeah, okay defense I guess. Pretty good health for Carmen. My Albedo, it is the crit damage Albedo, like you said, like you saw before, 1300 defense, 26k HP, with 313 crit damage and a maxed out 3F. Very, very strong. That's why you see all, if you ever see me using the Albedo and you see all those crazy damage, yeah, it's because I have a really high damage Albedo. Shadow Rose, 270 speed, not the best bulk. 138 effectiveness though. She's too squishy for her Aria, so I gave her Adamant. But at 270 speed's alright. My ER Bellion at 170%, 170 ER. She has my, not upgraded 3F as well. Base speed, but pretty good bulk. Really good bulk, obviously, yeah. Lilius, still solid into Lua, but people don't really pick Lua that often now. But yeah, I need to get that 2% more crit rate somewhere as well at some point. Falconer Clary is on my counter unity is on the fast counter unity set because I got some decent speed. 21 speed right there. Only 13 on that one. And then 20 speed, yeah. So she has all my fast counter pieces though. So just under 250 speed with counter unity. So she constantly will counter or push up, and then if you attack with someone, she'll push up. She'll run and push up allies. So she's a fun unit. I did have her on Elbrus, but so many units needing Elbrus, so I'm like, I guess I'll put Holy Sack on her. I still think Elbrus is better on her, but like, I have way too many units that need Elbrus, and I don't have any units that really want Holy Sack, so I'm like, I guess I'll just give Holy Sack to her then. I don't really draft her anyways, so it's whatever. Summer Break Charlotte, I should draft her more because she actually, I really do like her bulk on her. She's the bruiser style. Pretty much almost all my units are bruisers, as you're going to see. Charles, I do need to get a little more crit damage on him though, but pretty good, pretty decent bulk, some attack. Yeah, I need more crit damage on him, honestly. Maybe more defense. Navy Captain Landy, I had her a little bit better. Yeah, I don't use her often, so it's whatever. 3F, I have this one on a 3F. So Fire Charlotte's on 3F, and 20k HP, some attack, 258 crit damage with lifesteal. So I actually really like her. I pull her out every once in a while. Brig, I did recently rebuild. I guess I took a gear off of him. No, where did I take it off? All right, well, what am I missing? A counter set, and obviously health. What did I take off? Oh, I probably took it off for this. Okay, it was probably this. This is probably what it was. But I'm using it. You'll see it in a bit. I don't need attack on this, but you know what? That's fine. I don't really use my counter Sermi is not even fully geared. I guess this will work. Just so I get so it's a full upgrade now. That's fine. I do want to give him Elbrus as well because I want my counter Elbrus at some point, but I need to get another Elbrus. I need a lot of Elbruses actually. All right, then this one. This is I'm holding this gear for ML Ilnov. I'm gonna test out a counter Elbrus crit damage build on ML Ilnov when she comes out. If I don't like this, I can give this to some other like HP scaling, damage dealing knight that I can, maybe Mort, for example. Mort and Ilnov get so much free crit rate that be kind of wasted on it though. But maybe I'll give this to someone else. I mean, hell, I can give this to Brig. This would be pretty good on Brig actually. So basically, if I don't like this on ML Ilnov, I'll give this to Brig. That's what I'll do. Because I think Brig doesn't get any free crit rate as well. Yeah, he doesn't get any free crit rate. So they'll be pretty solid on him. You're also someone I want an Elbrus as well. I want an Elbrus for you as well because I want to do a counter Elbrus. She counters. She pushes up a random unit by 15%. Kind of thing. It'd be fun. You are also looking for an Elbrus too. So I'm looking for 3 more Elbruses. Ugh. Do you still... 4 Elbrus. I need 4 Elbruses. No. Who even has Elbrus in their summon? Oh, it's Charlotte, isn't it? Okay. Maybe if Charlotte comes in when there's not a limited going around, I might pull on her banner just to get some Elbruses. And I guess Charlotte Imprints would be nice too. Because I need 4 Elverses, honestly. Oh my god. Alright, everyone else is not build, or they have pieces of build. So, yeah. Alright, that one still was kind of long, I think. That was like, what, 16 minutes? That was 9 minutes. Okay. Now we're going to go to the Thief. So, Thief, I know I don't have a lot of Thieves built. So, again, RB. So, I gave my one over to RB. Solid attack with Torrent set. Yeah. Aiden, I almost never use Aiden, so it's the same old from before. But, you know, I like the bulk, a lot good attack and crit damage. Not the greatest speed, but, you know, it's fine. I am working on a speed Rylet as well. All my speed gears on other units though, so yeah. But I mean, it's kind of solid. I need one more. Well, yeah, I need one more imprint at some point. If I can get just a 4K attack and still keep this crit damage high, maybe I can be found to 250 speed. My Bruiser Celine with not the greatest attack, but pretty solid crit damage on Pen Destruction set. Not the greatest speed, but obviously you're going to get pushed up from this, plus her passive, but very, very bulky, so you're not going to kill her quickly. My ERK Bash, I have him on Bastion. So yes, 245 ER. Really solid crit damage. So obviously really high effect resistance. Not the craziest attack, but I mean, you're going to use him into squishy units anyways, so you don't necessarily care if he doesn't do insane damage, because he's going to still do insane damage to squishies. My Spez, who I need to use more often actually. I think he'd be fun to use. Not the greatest attack, but honestly, with this attack and this crit damage, that still pretty much one-shots anything in the game if they're stunned, as long as they don't Millenile, of course. But I have him on pretty decent bulk, not the greatest speed, but he's also on counter Unity set with double edge. So yeah, he's going to be pretty annoying to fight. My Galililia's 4K attack, 324 crit damage, 266 speed with a plus 18 Wind Rider. Yeah, so pretty solid, I think. She does really good damage. She's got not the greatest speed, but again, all my speed gears on other units. So Winter, 270 speed. I haven't even used her in months actually, but yeah, pretty solid, I think. My ML Kairon with 200 and not 200 with 170, 78, 76. Yeah, 176 ER. So pretty solid ER. Some attack, some bulk. Yeah. Charles was a bruiser build, but I guess I took his gear. But yeah. And yeah, as you see here, these all units are not built. So that's it. I didn't have a lot of thieves. I don't have a lot of rangers either, because I am not a cleaver. So most rangers, I won't say most rangers, but a lot of the rangers are cleave units, or they're cleave setup units, or they're openers, and I'm not really an opener unit. This is obviously for PvE build, so I'm not going to say that. All rounder Wanda, yeah. So pretty solid. It's still pretty decent speed, I think, for her. Pretty good, okay attack. She still one shots any of the evasion units basically. Well, maybe not all of them, but you know, she'll still do her job at killing evasion units. I don't even have a maxed out portrait on him, but because I'm using portrait on a lot of other units right now. But you know, 4,600. I don't use him, so he's just there. Briar Witch Osiria, solid attack, some crit damage, attack set, because I was like, you know what, I don't use her much, and even if I do, a lot of times I use her for the no revive thing. So if she does extra damage, cool. My Watcher Shuri, who I recently built up, 3,000 attack, 268 crit damage, speed torrent, okay speed with some bulk in it too, so he doesn't die to a counter. So yeah, I like him. I don't draft him as much as I should, but yeah. My Flan, 183 effectiveness, 215 speed with some decent bulk and some effectiveness. I like my my Flan. Most of the time, I only really use her in against Spirit Eye Celine type of thing. She's very good in the Spirit Eye Celine. My Green Bellona, who is actually my fastest unit, if we're not counting Zeo, obviously. 113 speed, 113 effectiveness, 286 speed with some decent bulk, and she got shears on. So all three were, because obviously her first turn she S3s, her second turn she'll S2, and then her third turn she'll S1 into an S3. So her first 3 turns she's going to be proccing shear. So I have a bruiser, Elena. Not great attack at all, but pretty bulky with some damage and some effectiveness. So doesn't it give you effectiveness? It doesn't. Okay, but and then obviously with this, so she gets 20 souls when you AOE. By Riza Hawkeye. I really like Riza Hawkeye. I should use her more as well. Pretty good bulk, like really good bulk actually, with a guy in light, 2700 attack, 264 crit damage on pen set, pretty solid. My Sea Phantom Politis, which is a not fast build, but it is also on a she gives everyone a huge HP because of this. When you S3, very tanky. SSB. Pretty decent bulk, some attack with some crit damage, so kind of a mixture of like the usual high attack with drink and like crit damage build. So it's like I need to use her more too. It's hers effectiveness, right? Yeah, okay. Biblis, 21k revenge hit set with some effectiveness on Sasha's, pretty solid. Rima counter unity set, 175 speed, some effectiveness, pretty high dual attack chance. And then I have it on the Lua's artifact, so that when I use S3 to reset someone on my team, if it's my I could potentially just give my highest attack unit stealth. So if Rima was a little bit better, I probably would use her more. Honestly, because I really like the way her stats look right here. Like, it's very solid for her. Like, it's very hard to get her with really good bulk while still keeping 100% effectiveness, because you're obviously gonna have to sacrifice. You're gonna have to sacrifice crit chance, your necklace to crit chance. So yeah. Peacemaker Furious, he's there. He says I'm built, but I'm not gonna be played. And then everyone else in the Rangers is not built. Okay. Mage. We only have 2 more to go through. Mages is probably my second most crowded zones, though. Like my Melissa right here. Really high damage. Blah blah blah. My Speed Millum. This is the Speed Millum. Try to see where I'm. Okay. This is the Speed Millum that you see me using, and that's like outspeeding units though. So 283 speed. Not 100% crit rate, so I'm very risky on that, but 251 crit damage with pen sets though, and pretty solid attack, especially with that speed. My idea is I'm trying to get a 19 crit chance boots right here, because if I can get a boots with 19 crit chance, I can get that 100% crit rate. So I'm trying to use any kind of like equipment conversion gem selector I'm getting. I'm always going for speed, so I can go for pen. If I can go for pen boots. I'm probably gonna have to use the next like crafter epic gear on her though, and that way I can give her a bit more attack too, because I can go for higher. I can get, instead of getting health in here, I can go for flat attack as well, so I can give her more flat attack. So yeah, but one of my all-time favorite units to use right now. I love using her. 283 speed allows her to be so much more open. So yeah, obviously I did say like, oh, Millum's actually really broken. I know she's not. She kind of sucks right now. But with gear like this, yeah, she's pretty broken. Then this is my second Millum, is on the Bruiser build. Very high attack. So this one does a lot more damage, obviously. And she's got bulk, but this one's basically designed to be a Bruiser. And, well, there's just too much counters for Bruiser Millum to work right now. So fortunately, if I want to use Millum, I'm going to have to use the Speed Millum. Alright, I have Ludwig right here. Okay speed, really high crit damage, attack, and some crit damage. Kind of bulky too, actually, but yeah, he's just there. Gaither, really nice attack. Not crazy crit damage, but honestly, he's got a lot of like scaling in his attack too, so he's still gonna do a lot of damage. I mean, I would like to have another 40% crit damage at some point, but all my speed gears away on other people, so This is mainly built for Rift. So, but actually, it's not a terrible build. But like, you would never use, Calandra on a RTA Vivian. So, my Aria is a cleave Aria with pretty decent speed on a destruction set. First of all, that's pretty crazy. 316 crit damage, 2000 defense. Basically, she obviously has the one that gives you a free focus, so she just immediately goes S1 into S3 into her S2. So it does pretty solid damage, especially for the fact that it's a pretty decent speed. Just push her up with any of your units that you have. Like I would use like my Hue Fiend or something like that. Just push her up and then destroy people. So yeah, PvE build, kind of, but it can be played in RTA at some point. She just sucks, obviously, though. I use her for automation tower, so she is very good with automation tower. That's pretty solid damage. My ER Dizzy, so with the artifact, it'll give her, so she have 126 effectiveness and 171 ER. So pretty good bulk on it too. ER Solitaria, okay speed, not crazy speed, but like pretty good resistance, some effectiveness, some bulk. Crown. I do want to give her Edda's artifact. I do have Edda's artifact, but it's yeah, it's not upgraded at all. So, but I should give her Edda's artifact. It's better than Crown for her situation. AOL, I have kind of an ER effect in this AOL with some bulk. I kind of just tossed gear on her because I was like, I want to have her built. So here you go. Here's whatever gear I have left over. But obviously it'll still do the thing. And I'm like, you know what? Just give her Knowledge Seed because why not? Then I have a Researcher Carrot. Pretty good bulk. Not the craziest attack, but it's good. Okay effectiveness. I did have book on her just recently, but I was like, I needed a book to give to someone else. So I was like, I'll just give her Edika's. But Edika's always so nice on her. My Bruiser Sylvan Sage Vivian. Decent crit damage, not crazy attack, but look at this bulk though. Plus with Chatty, you are not killing. I had her survive. The opponent, I remember using her one time, and then the opponent had a Solitaria, so my Vivian had no ER, but she still was able to survive a decent amount because of her bulk plus Chatty. So, speaking of bulky, here's my tanky Zeo. Really, so 250 crit damage. And then just on 3k attack, but very, very tanky. When after he gets his passive, obviously, after he gets his buff, I mean, obviously, well, his was what, 50%? Okay, yeah, yours was 50%. Sylvan Sage was 70%, right? I was confused then. Yeah, so yours is 70%. Okay. Still, yeah, 50% damage reduction with this. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. My Bruiser, ML Ludwig. Honestly, I usually only use him if I want to steal from the opponent. If I see them going for a Ludwig cleave, and I'm like, I'm going to pick him so you don't get him. Sometimes, but he's, bulky. He still does decent damage. Tank lots. Not fast, but really tanky with a maxed out Spirit's Breath. ML Luna. Really pretty good at health, some defense. No, not really effectiveness though, because obviously I have book. Again, I wouldn't use her until honestly a lot of times I just free banner because I just don't want to deal with her. Adley 272 speed with with really good effectiveness. Not the craziest bulk, but he's a 3-star after all. So yeah, it will be a legend. You're gonna hear that a lot if you pick him. Legendary, your hero is here. If you pick him, yeah, you're gonna hear that kind of crap a lot. Gerardo, pretty good bulk, 255 speed, some effectiveness. He doesn't really need book though, so I was like, I'll just give him this. Why not? Because he cuts the enemy ceiling by 50%. So Berger the Miniol. So I have my Berger Cdom. Yeah, pretty good crit damage. Actually, pretty good damage for a Bruiser build. Look at this bulk though, 161 speed. I am also still working on another freaking book for her. I don't really use her much, but and I mean honestly, you don't really need to have her max book though, because obviously you want to use the 20 souls for her, and you're obviously going to get 3 souls by the time you're going to get 3 souls by the time you push her up. So. I took an artifact off her, but I don't really use her. But she's just, you know, Wyvern and or just PvE stuff. Paladus, Degen Paladus, some effectiveness, lots of bulk. That, yeah. And another crown on you. I'm still working on you. I'm still debating if I want to build you right now, but counter set with stun. So he has a high chance of stun because his S1 is a stun, 25% chance of stun. Well, it can go up to 35% chance of stun. So, and then with crown, pretty high chance of stun. Requiem Rowana, counter unity set with this. So she actually has like 24% unity, is 24% dual attack chance. With some bulk, some attack, and some decent effectiveness. So yeah, even if you kill the front line, she's still gonna have counter set and unity, so she'll still have some uses. That's why I wanted to build her. Like, if I ever use her, and I just want to make her that she gets some use, they kill off the front line. I was working on a bruiser top mount Lulika. Doesn't really seem to work well. I mean, I don't have them. I took one of her pieces of gear off, but yeah, it's Champion Zerato, and then everyone else is not built. Yeah. All those meta units I don't build. Alright. Run through this one real quick. Soul Weavers. So, my favorite Soul Weaver that I have right now. I love using Momo. I think Momo is amazing. I love, she's such a fun unit. So, yeah. 256 speed because I have a 19 speed, 19 speed, 19 speed, 20 speed. This was actually only 12 speed, but I needed the health. So I was like, you know what, I'll have one slower speed because I need the health. So, yeah. But if I would have put this on a 19 speed, we're talking like, you know, another 7, but like, I don't want to outspeed the debuffers, which I actually already do outspeed the debuffers. Which actually, she's not so bad if she does so, because she just presses S3 and then gets 50% CR push, and then they'll probably use a non-attack skill and push her up anyways. Speaking of that, Soul Weavers, 262 speed, 262 ER with 251 speed. Pretty okay bulk, I think, with Doctor's Bag. So pretty solid. 262. Oh yeah, speaking of that, my Momo has what, 286 ER? Yeah. DDR 230 speed with some effectiveness. Pretty good bulk. I actually had him on something else. I need to upgrade this too. I have so many artifacts I need to upgrade. But yeah, Ahmed. So Ahmed is holding the gear for Frida. Frida, because they have the same stats. So I was like, you know what, I'll just give the gear to Frida. I'll give Frida's gear to Ahmed. So when I pull Frida, I can just give her this gear. So because obviously this is way too slow for Ahmed. And Frida can be a little bit slower because she gets pushed up when you soul burn a unit anyways. So plus her S3, while it is nice to have, isn't the main purpose of her existence on Frida. So I think you can handle her not being turn 1 level speeds. But ideally you want to make Frida like 250-ish, 250 to 260 speed type of thing. But yeah, but you could definitely make her an opener on Frida, but this is how I'll look like with her. Sharoon, I haven't used Sharoon in a while actually. I don't even see Sharoon that much. Light Acades, 276 ER, so decent ER, pretty decent bulk, not the fastest speed. Blood Moon Haste, I pretty much pre-banned him a lot. I run an effectiveness haste though because everyone's starting to build 100 ER on them now, so if you want to ever be scary with the S1, S2 combo, especially on a counter set, you kind of need some effectiveness. Destina, it's whatever. The buff she gives is 60%, right? Yeah, so she gets 60% on top of it. So it's only 240 ER, so it's not crazy, but I don't even use Destina. I rather use something stupid like SSA. Shooting Star Arcades with 240 ER. Pretty good, pretty okay bulk, not the greatest speed, but it is SSA. She is one of the slowest units in the game. So, yeah. Raid, that's just for Rift. Requiem Roar, 177 ER. I am really, really, really happy with her base stats, with how I made her stats though. 170 speed is not the greatest, but I don't really want to. I'm not making her for an opener. She's just there to give my bruisers lifesteal and extra sustain, and then, you know, if they have this, they get even more sustain. And 197 ER means that she ain't gonna get popped quickly. Well, she ain't gonna get debuffed easily. With some effectiveness though too. I just want to make her as tanky as I can with some ER, so she's not gonna get popped immediately. Angelica, really tanky, some speed. She's on the EE that pushes up the highest attack unit by 15 when she S1, and she's on counter, so base. And with Elbers, not Elbers. Oh god, Elbers. With Idol's Cheer, if they AoE, if they hit you and then you counter, you push up the highest attack unit by what 15 by what 34% CR push for your highest attack unit. So yeah, I use her sometimes, especially if it's a heavy AoE unit. If there's a lot of heavy AoE non-high damage units on their team, like let's say maybe not so much like Biblis though, but like maybe Bellion kind of. They pick Bellion. I'm like, hey, you're guaranteed AoE. You're gonna guarantee push me up a lot, and you're not really crazy damage. So yeah, ML Sharoon, really solid effectiveness because of this. So she has 172 effectiveness. Okay, bulk I think with some speed. Yeah, I love using her obviously, especially against a lot of like sleeps and stuns obviously. But Kizuna Kizuna counters that with Celestine. Not the craziest amount of ER, but you know what? I want to make sure she's still very, very tanky with some form of speed, so she's not like uber, like super slow, but pretty solid. Tank lots, super tank lots, I should say. Best, I think he is the best healing. Like he has the most sustain in the game. I think no other healers can out heal a lots. Especially if you have stuff like this. Like if you have, this with Radam Armillus, no other healer can out heal him. I swear by that. Maybe like if you're facing a lot of AoE counters, then Rwana obviously, but like if we're talking about actual heals that don't rely on opponents like that, no healer in the game out heals lots. Like I said, Rwana, as I was speaking about Rwana, I mean, honestly, you can just, as long as she's tanky, you can just pull her out in any kind of build. Like, Elena, I took pieces of Elena. Who did I put it on? It was going to be a speed set. I don't remember, but I guess I took Elena's gear. Chloe, okay, yeah. So these are all units. I do want to work on Inos at some point. Eject. Yeah, I do want to work on Inos at some point. Maybe Amelia at some point too. And Sinful Angelica. But yeah. So there goes all my units. Because I don't think... Yeah, this is just... Oh, that's just that. Oh. My Giga Phantasmas. Giga and my Phantasms. Yeah. Yeah, so that's all my units though. So... You can see that. As far as like about the average time. Okay. And then if you look at here, you go to journal. I'm only missing 9 artifacts and I'm missing 8 heroes. So the only heroes I'm missing is I didn't pull Brigitte. I was like, well, she's not limited, so I'll pull her eventually. I'm not going through all of Veronica. I'm not going through all chapter or episode 5 or whatever we're on. I don't know what episode we're on. I think we're on 5. I'm like a few into it, so I don't have Veronica. I didn't pull on Wandering Silk and Wandering Sid. Eventually, I hope I can pull him from like not Mystics, but ML summons, Galaxy summons at some point. And then the rest are just special changes that I have not done yet because I was too lazy. But I really should start doing them now that I realize that they're not going to give us special changes pretty much almost ever because they're so lazy and they're like, oh, we don't get paid money for doing special changes, so let's just not do them anymore. We'll do one special change a year. That's what it feels like at this point because we had one. Who was the last special change we even had? Oh, Christy. Duh, it's Christy. I think we had Christy at the beginning of the year. So it's already been like 6 or 7 months since we had Christy. So yeah, we're already down like 2 or 3 months behind the next specialty change. So Smilegate, you're not gonna be watching this, especially not this far into this video. But give us specialty changes. Everyone freaking wants specialty changes. I don't care. You're not gonna get anything out of it. You want people to be happy, right? This is like where's the specialty changes? Where's my rest of my Banshee girls? I want to use Misty Chain. I want to use Record more often, or hell, even Gloomy Rain would be pretty good with it too. Like, there's a lot of other 3-stars that could be very, very scary with it. But nope, you can't get that revenue off of it, so we're just not gonna do it. Oh, that's right. I was not doing the video. That's when I was doing the videos for Frida. All right. As I said before, pretty solid. I'm probably not going to go for. I'm probably not going to try to go for Emperor. It's way too. I can probably. I mean, I'm still within the range that I could make it though, because I'm gonna guess it's gonna be 3,400. Probably might be the cutoff, or 3,300 might be the cutoff for Emperor. I don't know. It might be 33 to 3,500, 33 to 3,400. I think. So if I go with that in mind, it's probably gonna be like another 500 to 600 more points. So it's definitely doable for me, because like I'm not like so far behind that I can't make it. But I just really don't like this meta. And I know everyone always says that, but like this one's way worse than last meta, because at least last meta I was able to use some of my non-meta units more often. But with introduction of like the Blood Moon Hastes buff, the Senya buff, not Senya buff, the Senya releasing Senya, plus Luna, and like how much you get locked down by like Luna and like Paladus, and Noctwell is even more devastating. I think Noctwell was in last season too, yeah, but Noctwell was even more annoying, because at least back then last season you didn't really you ran into Noctwell of course, but you didn't run into him like as often. But now with the ban protection, and they're like, oh, I'm just a first pick Laya or ban Laya, and then I'm gonna ban protect Noctwell, and then 90% of the game can't play the game. 90% of the units can't play the game. Like, great. I love the fact that one unit basically makes the entire units not exist. So I don't know. Maybe I'll just say screw it. Just be happy I'm in high champion, I guess. Like I usually always am. I usually always end off like rank 2,000 to rank 3,000. Like I'm bouncing. I'm always, every single season I'm always like high champion, with the potential to making it to Emperor, but just like I just don't want to do it. I hate the season. Like I get to the point like I don't draft super crazy fun units right now, and I'm like an off meta unit, but look at this though. I mean Millum, yeah, okay, I draft Millum, but like I try to do anything fun. Valencia. Momo, I think, and Momo and Lots. I think I just didn't build enough damage on that one. That's just me not building enough damage. This is me testing out the new shoe I built. So, well, like yeah, I do have some matches of me doing fun stuff, but like Chloe, I love Chloe. Chloe's fun, but like yeah, I do some matches. I can do Chloe. Hugh-Fiend. Well, Hugh-Fiend's a non-meta. Yeah, people, hell, everyone puts her on like they don't even put her on their people's tier list. They don't even put her on tier list. So, or they do. They send the very lowest tier list. That's how low people are saying Hugh-Fiend is. But I'm like, all right, say that. Still, I still win. I still win with her. I think I have a positive win rate with her. But yeah. So I do some fun units, but like a lot of times it's like I've been kind of forced to even go kind of heavy meta too. It's like ugh. I mean, with me saying I don't care about trying to hit Emperor this season anymore because I'm not gonna make it. Maybe I should just say screw it and start doing stupid stuff again. Yeah. Anyways, hopefully the next balance patch we get, which we should be getting in like 2.5 weeks from now. We should get the preview of it. If it's very fun, hopefully it allows me to buff. Hopefully buff some more fun units in there. And hopefully they're not just go like, well, let's just pick all these units that were meta last season that are falling off and just buff them up so that we just go back to using them again. I'm like, no, because then that means it's going to be the same thing. It's going to feel like the same thing. I mean, if you do that, at least make it like Dilibet. You know, design a little bit. Buff her up, because with Luna and Politis and Elvira, you can't play her. Same with Lionheart Sermon. You can't play her with those 3 units. So, yeah. Anyways, that was my video. Sorry it came out a long video, but you know what? It's a count review. Like I said, I'll look through the video and I'll start putting timestamps for which classes I'll talk about. So that way you can just skip to, if you're interested in a specific class of a unit, like you want to see, like, oh, you wanted to see my Milim, right? Let's say you saw all my speed Milim matches. How fast is my Milim type of thing? You just go right to the mages and then go like, okay, that's where it is. Or you want to see my Lilibets, because you know you probably maybe you heard I had 3 of them. So there it is. Anyways, I will see you guys next video. Maybe I'll do an RTA match. Maybe I'll play some RTA tomorrow and record it sometime and upload it sometime this week. I don't know. Anyways, I'll see you guys next video.